Hi everyone, Amy here with amyswares, and today I'm going to stencil and emboss. I have this older stencil called Star Stripes. It's from Colorful Life Designs. I have this piece of cardstock that I die cut down with this deckled edge die from Altenew. I have a 3D embossing folder called Ribbon Waves 3D, and here is a photo of the finished card. I am so pleased with how this turned out. I was just kind of winging it and pulling items together, wanting to use that stencil, and I'm chuffed to bits. I love how it turned out. So the colors that I'm going to use, a newer Catherine Pooler color called Goldenrod, On the Lake, and I think Quartz. Let me pull these up close so we can see for sure. Yes, Quartz, Goldenrod, and On the Lake. I'm kind of playing on loosely based on primary colors. So if you're not sure what colors to use and want to go a little bit different, think about the colors that you know. You probably know primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. Well, don't be afraid to play on that. So obviously I have a mustard, a pink, and kind of a tealy blue. So they work similarly. You kind of get that same balance of colors. So don't be afraid to kind of play on what you know if you aren't super familiar with color theory or knowing which colors to choose. So in this case, I could have absolutely overlapped them and created other colors and gotten almost like a little bit of a strange rainbow. But as I was doing this, I decided, I really want to leave some white space. So I'm coming in heavy-handed. I want that saturation and color, which is great. I get that really easily with these little Altenew blending brushes. However, I wanted that separation in color. I wanted it to be like stripes. I wanted the white in between them. I didn't want to blend them together. So I wanted that pop of color, but I wanted them to be three distinct colors. So I did the goldenrod in the center. I'm doing the quartz on the top, using my little turntable to flip it around easily. And then I'm going to come in with On the Lake on the other side. So again, I'm just kind of going over. I think I need to re-ink my On the Lake. I tend to use that blue a lot. It's a really good blue. I don't even know how to describe it. I wouldn't say it's teal, but it's not like a true blue either. It's just such a really cool, I don't know, it looks like a vintage blue to me. I really love that one. So if you don't already have it, I recommend it from Catherine Pooler. But I come in, I get it as rich and deep in color as I want it, and then I'm going to pull back the stencil to reveal this awesome design. And as you can see, this panel is quite a bit smaller than US A2 size, which is okay because I'm not afraid of a white border. I tend to like that. So I do want to take it to the next level. So I'm going to put it in this ribbon, I think ribbon stripes. Is that what I said it was? I don't know. I'll link it below. But either way, I feel like it added such a cool feature. So given that I had a geometric background, I could have gone with like a floral, but I decided to go with kind of another interesting flowy design. So a lot of times if I've stenciled a floral, then I might do like a geometric embossing, or if I've done a geometric stenciling, then I might go for a floral embossing. But sometimes the floral doesn't always show very well, so I decided rather than going that route to go with something else that was not geometric but also not floral, and I feel like these two worked really well together. So putting that down with some foam tape on a card base, 120 pound accent opaque, that's what I use for both the panel and the card base. That's pretty much my go-to. I'll link it below. I know it's kind of hit or miss in terms of availability on Amazon, but just keep an eye on it. It tends to come in and out of stock. Now this, I'm super excited because not only is it perfect for the design, but I think it's the exact same color blue. I think I actually used On the Lake to stamp that. So this is a really cool stamp and die set. Those little sub-sentiments also come with it. I can't remember off the top of my head if it's honeybee. I think it might be. Whatever it is, I'll link it below. But it just fits so perfectly in there, and I was so jazzed that it worked so well in the design. So I'm going to use some liquid glue. I have some tweezers here to help me hold it, and because liquid glue is often my nemesis, I'm just going to pounce it off on some scrap paper here so I don't have too much oozage, because y'all know I can't stand the oozage. Kind of putting this down deliberately at an angle because I feel like it works within that space. And then I'm able to put that sub-sentiment just kind of nestled into one of the little white strips in between the colors, which I feel like just kind of amplifies that and just fits in perfectly into that design. So I'm using the weight of that big, huge block just to kind of hold that down while the glue sets. And I have this thin foam strip that I get from Amazon, and I'm going to put that behind this little sentiment strip to pop it up and give it a little bit of dimension. So there's a little bit of dimension from the panel itself and then some more from the actual sentiment strip, but it's not super high off the card, so it shouldn't be an issue shipping it. You can also obviously liquid glue everything down if you don't want the dimension, but I did want the dimension. Now I'm going to liquid glue this other one on the inside, but then I decide, oh, you know what, I want to continue the design. So I grabbed the stencil real quick. This is a really easy way to bring your stenciling and your design into the inside of the card. So I'm just using some residual ink, kind of willy-nilly, just right in the center. Not even using my apparatus to hold everything down. I'm just kind of using my hand and doing some light ink blending, and then I will liquid glue this sentiment down onto the inside. So it says Assure Monsieur, and I'm going to put that down right there in the center top of the card. So I've got that continuation of the stenciling on the front of the card onto the inside. Doesn't take any time at all, but really kind of gives you that continuity. Now I'm going to finish it off with some card bling. So this is also from Colorful Life Designs. There's over 100 colors in the shop now, and I'm blessed to have them all, and I love them. They make me so happy. I use them on almost every card. I love just flipping through all the options because there's always something that will work with my card. If I'm going to use bling, I've got something to match it in this lineup, and you can use my coupon if you are interested in any of that. So AmyFan10 at checkout if you shop for anything at a Colorful Life Designs to save yourself some cash, because that coupon will work on anything except the Master Creator bundles of stencils. Anything else in the shop, stamps, stencils, card bling, you can use my coupon. So definitely take advantage of those savings. Here I'm deciding if I want to do just the blue or if I want to get a second color. I'm kind of thinking I might want to check out the pinks and see if there's something similar in terms of the finish. But there's so many blue to choose from. I want to make sure I have the right blue first. And then in terms of the pink, I start looking and quickly I find there's a satin in the pink as well. So I'm trying to match the finishes between the two blings. So even though they're two different colors, they do have the same finish. There's some that are satin, some that are metallic, some that are iridescent or opaque. So there's all different finish lines with the bling. So I matched those two, and I feel like it worked really well, putting the pink in the pink ink blended section and the blue on the bottom with the blue ink blended. And that's going to finish my card. So thank you so much for spending time with me. If you enjoyed this, please do hit the thumbs up. I'll link everything below, and don't forget that coupon. I'll catch you next time. Bye.